All right, so we just got done watching Sailor Moon R, or Sailor Moon Season 2. This is Season 2, Episode 12 we're on here, or episode, I think, overall 58 altogether, yes. So only 100 and...
It's 200 episodes flat.
42 left to go.
It's 200 flat.
200 flat, yeah. And 4 movies, which I'd like to do. But I'd like to wrap up the whole series before we get to the movies.
The movies are take place after, don't they?
They're not canon, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Because there's like inconsistencies in some of them. Okay. I don't want to look too far into it because it might spoil. I don't know. The lovers' hearts disagreed.
Yeah,
Angry Makaju. So this episode starts off like a pretty standard Sailor Moon episode. They're all have gathered to see this play. That's or sort of like outdoor sort of theater thing that's sort of commemorating Sailor Moon.
It's Sailor Moon, and Sailor Moon's excited that she's become a celebrity.
Yeah, she's a proper celebrity.
And Luna's always making little jabs, saying it's probably a comedy.
It's probably a comedy.
So,
which I mean, Sailor Moon in some ways, the show that we're watching is a comedy in many ways.
I'd say this is actually a pretty good episode. It has the whole Monster of the Week theme, except.
So the monster comes in to attack the play. What was the monster called again?
Nandaka, I believe.
No. Nandaka is one of the main bad guys. I wrote it down. Yamadaka.
Oh,
Yamandaka. Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay, but no, this one, the Monster of the Week wasn't too integral, which I liked actually.
Yeah. Monster
of the Week was destroyed by the end of this episode, which is good. And this is actually this is another episode. That's about the last one where it's leading on to another one. Because the last episode in some ways did, because they didn't explain why the
Guardian was, and they explained this pretty early on in this episode. So there's an infighting between the two. I wish that I could remember their names. The two, our two big bad guys who are
and N?
Sort of a married romantic couple, but posing in humans.
Ali and N.
You got it.
Yeah.
And they're posing as.
Are these married or the siblings?
No, I think they're a romantic couple when they're aliens, and then they're posing as siblings at school.
Oh, but when they're humans.
I believe this to be true. It's not super completely direct, in all honesty.
And what this, as with the last one...
No. The reason the Guardian...
Ali and N are their human names, I believe.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
so, basically, the Guardians were acting up, the bad guys, the Monsters of the Week last episode were acting up because... These guys have been actually giving too much love, and internally, it's back to humans that the Doom Tree, the sort of our big sort of energy suckle thing, which Luna explains as mysterious cosmic plant that drains energy. So basically, these guys like people now too much because the girl has fallen for Mamoru and the boy has fallen for Usagi. Unaware that they're dealing with Tuxedo Mask and Sailor Moon, respectively. Now, they particularly the girl bad guy that we have here is really upset about how her brother or her actual romantic partner has actually fallen for Usagi. And he repeatedly throughout this episode
cares for her,
and repeatedly says to her sibling that, like, what is this warm feeling inside me? Why do I feel warm when I hear Usagi tell me, can't wait to see you at school tomorrow?
And the sister / significant other of him, she's very skeptical of this, and she's taking a lot hard to warm up. But by the final act of this episode, Mamoru appears with some flowers.
For
her. Because she said, I'm not going to come to school because I'm sick, because she was lying, so they can work on their Doom Tree.
Yeah.
And he shows up and gives her the flowers. And then she has that kind of realization that her brother had. And she's like, what is this warm feeling? And she kind of gets those hard eyes and the glistening.
Yeah.
And I think, I quite like that this one is going in the route that love of the humans.
And it's similar to the Nefri plot from Season 1. But it's different because it's involving our actual protagonist instead of being abstracted to his weird infatuation with Naru, which was also creepy because of the age gap and all this stuff. I didn't really like that.
And I guess there would be an age gap between the male.
It doesn't matter
between
really, because they're posing as
high schoolers,
so it doesn't matter how old they actually are.
Mamoru, because I believe he's 18 anyway.
Yeah, he's a college age.
But it's more so that they're saying, okay, we want to drain the life of these humans, and because they are posing as when I think that's their downfall. The whole thing is the downfall is that they are posing as human. It's like Avatar, the movie Avatar.
Yeah.
They're trying to infiltrate it, and they end up it's their downfall that they see. Okay, these people are good. There is good to the human race, and I think in the end, this is all speculation. I think because I think Mamoru and in my mind, Mamoru and Usagi are soulmates.
Well, we already know that.
Yeah.
At the end, I guess. Yeah. At the end of season 1,
yeah.
It's kind of all said that the Moon Princess and whatever Tuxedo Masks. Tuxedo Mask has gone through. I think technically has 4 different names at this point. Couldn't recall them. By the time we get back to because we're building back up to entering the more ethereal plane, so to speak. So when we get there, we'll be reminded, I'm sure, of some of the more lore-heavy sort of stuff.
I guess since
the Doom Tree is not getting enough energy out of these guys, so they actually can't wreak havoc on humans. So what we're going to see is we might just see sort of the Dark Kingdom turn against these bad guys as the conclusion of this. Yeah. As you notice in anime, this was episode 12. This is a 2-parter. This is a to-be-continued episode. It ends with the sailors charging up
to save
Usagi from the Doom Tree. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I think that we're going to see, the villains turn and sacrifice themselves on behalf of the sailors.
Yes, and I think that's going to be a...
But we still have a bigger MacGuffin here because we have the Tuxedo Mask look-alike. We don't know what's going on there yet.
That's definitely going to be Tuxedo Mask.
I mean, it's got to be Tuxedo Mask, but maybe there's a doppelganger, maybe
I think
something or other. Who knows?
But I think here's the...
What was his name again? It's
Sir Knight. Sir Moon Knight.
Moon Knight? Is that what it was?
Sir Night Moon. Something like that.
Yeah, it's some bullshit
Moon
like
Knight.
that.
Speaking of Moon Knight. Moon Knight
is
a very
DC
cool Marvel character. Very cool guy.
Okay.
I honestly quite like Moon Knight. He's cool.
But yeah, so I think we can leave
I got one thing to finish off with.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, so we know about Usagi and Tuxedo Mask being the soulmates, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing that's important is Usagi and the rest of the sailors find out that Ali and En are...
Right, I should have mentioned
that. They essentially find out that they are.
They all know for a fact that they are, yeah.
They know that, and Usagi still cares for him and still wants to spend time with him.
Yeah.
So what that's saying is that she still does love him.
Yeah.
And he really cares about her. Whether he'd call...
She's not happy about
whether he'd call it love...
He's not happy about
Whether he'd call it love or not, he does care about her. And I think the fact that there is this strong relationship, and she knows that he's bad, but she still cares about him, the only way the relationship can end, in my opinion, properly, is if he sacrifices himself.
Some Romeo and Juliet. Well, I guess that's involves both of them.
No, but you know what I mean? Because we know she has to get with Tuxedo Mask, so the only way that can happen is if, you know what I mean, he dies. So I think we'll see what happens in the next
episode. And I think we'll
catch you on the flip side.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
This will be a 2-parter.
Thanks for watching.